This is SSPTV News, brought to you by Samsung Productions and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
The new head of the United Way of Greater Hazleton talks about his path to the position and about his plans to help the area. That and more next. Hi there, friends. I hope you're having a great day, and I thank you for spending part of it with us. I'm Ken Carr with your local information. The Hazleton Police Department said goodbye to one of their canine officers this week. Canine Echo passed away after an illness on Monday with loved ones around him. Echo was on the force for the past 8 years and worked with his handler, Corporal George Schaefer. He made many apprehensions and served search warrants with local, state, and federal agencies, and served on the Hazleton Special Operations Group, helping take serious offenders into custody. Echo also visited local children during school presentations and participated in community outreach events. A release by the local police department says Echo let 911 dispatchers know he was on duty by barking at the click of the radio. The release also says Echo will be remembered for his dedication and love of life, along with being the most loyal friend and partner to Corporal Schaefer. If you go to unitedwayhazelton.org and click on Member Agencies, you can see all of the groups and services the local United Way supports, including the American Cancer Society, Big Brothers Big Sisters, the Domestic Violence Service Center, and many, many more. The United Way of Greater Hazleton will soon have a new leader, helping them and their member agencies help the community. Here's Lisa Sugart.
Effective August 1st, Gary Perna will take over as the interim president and CEO of the United Way of Greater Hazleton. I'm pleased to be here today with Gary. Gary, we go back a long way. We've known each other through the media and worked together over the years. So what led to your decision to want to be involved with the United Way of Greater Hazleton?
Well, thank you, Lisa, so much for coming out. So this was a great opportunity for me. I got the phone call from Pat Ward and Dr. Dave Sosar, the chairman of the board, and said, you know, we'd like you to come in and talk with you about hopefully replacing Pat when he decides to retire. And over a month and a half, we were back and forth, and you know, I thought this was the great move for me. This is a position that comes once in a lifetime. You know, Pat has sat in this chair for 16 years, and I'm pleased to follow him. As we've joked, I think I followed Pat in most of my career from one TV station to another.
So have I.
Yeah, so I think we've kind of had that going for us. But you know, this was a great opportunity. You know, I'm very involved in the community. I have been my entire life. So when this opportunity came up to once again be able to help residents in the greater Hazleton area, it was a no-brainer for me. And the United Way does so much for our organizations here in the community and for our residents that this was a perfect fit. And it feels like home that I will be coming to work every day.
Well, you're kind of following in the same path. Pat came from the media, you're coming from the media, well, most recently the city of Hazleton, but you're also a firefighter. So you see the need when things happen in the community. You've covered that need for many years. What do you see as your biggest challenge facing you right now?
Well, I think the biggest challenge really facing not only the United Way, but all nonprofit kind of organizations is fundraising. You know, we have seen a dip across the board. Because of the pandemic, because of kind of everything that's outlying right now. So one of the biggest things that we're going to hopefully focus on moving forward is making the connections to all the organizations, all the businesses that are right here in the greater Hazleton area. So the footprint of the United Way is rather large when you're talking about the United Way of Greater Hazleton. Of course, it's a worldwide organization, but we are going to see a huge growth here in our community over the next few years. And the United Way is going to be a big part of making sure resources are in the right area and making sure that we have the ability to help our community members. And really the United Way is neighbor helping neighbor. That is what it boils down to. So that is a big thing that we're going to be looking for, is working with the new businesses and industries that come in, along with working with our nonprofits and our organizations that fall under the umbrella of the United Way and our other United Ways throughout the Commonwealth.
I know there are so many businesses coming into the area in the future that will bring the opportunity for more people to donate, but it also might increase the need as well. Are you worried about that?
Well, I think it's one of those double-edged swords that we're going to look at. We are going to see, and we already are seeing, large growth in residents moving to our area because we are seeing a growth in industry. We're having these warehouses and facilities move in. So I think it's a good mix that we're going to see, but the challenge is there, and I've never backed down from a good challenge. So I think this is the opportunity that we're going to see now. Is something that we're gonna strive for. We're going to try to make that mark every year. We're going to work hard. I don't think I've ever said no to a challenge. My wife yells at me. I think about that all the time. But this is something that we're excited for. It's something I'm excited to get to work here at the United Way. With phenomenal staff. I got to meet all of them we had lunch the other day. Of course, I've known Pat my entire life, so it's nice having a resource that will be available for many years for me. So, as he said, there's no textbook, which is okay because I've never been a very good textbook reader. So I think we're ready to hit the ground running and be able to move forward.
Well, we want to wish you good luck and congratulations in your new position.
Thank you very much, and I can't wait to continue to work with you guys and be able to get our message out there.
Gary Perna, the interim president and CEO of the United Way of Greater Hazleton.
Today's news feature is brought to you by Falvello Law Firm. Have you been injured in a car accident? Call Falvello Law Firm. Your case is our fight.
Coming soon on SSPTV News, we'll hear from Pat Ward as he reflects on his 16 years at the helm of the United Way of Greater Hazleton. Now, let's check the weather.
Time now for weather on SSPTV News.
The National Weather Service has issued a hazardous weather outlook for our area on Wednesday. Heat index values Wednesday afternoon may reach 100 degrees, so take precautions for yourself and your pets. Here's our full forecast from the National Weather Service on Wednesday. Sunny with a high near 88 degrees. Wednesday night mostly clear with a low around 70 degrees. On Thursday, a chance of showers and thunderstorms, mostly sunny with a high near 87 degrees. Wind gusts as high as 24 miles per hour. We have a 30% chance of precipitation. On Thursday night, a 30% chance of thunderstorms before 8 p.m., mostly clear with a low around 64 degrees. On Friday, sunny with a high near 87 degrees. Friday night, mostly clear with a low around 66 degrees. Saturday, mostly sunny with a high near 87 degrees. And Saturday night, partly cloudy with a low around 67 degrees. If you're getting ready to hit the road for a fun summer trip, make sure you watch our community feature next as Lisa Sugar talks with a Pennsylvania State Trooper about travel, safety, and more. In sports, Standard Speaker sports editor Dave Seaman talks about how Title IX changed local sports and the many people who help put women's sports in the spotlight in the greater Hazleton area.
The Drums Lioness Lions Club will hold its inaugural craft and vendor show at Faith UCC Church in Hazleton on Saturday, July 23rd from 9 a.m. until 2 p.m. in the church hall. For more information, you can visit the club's Facebook page. The Hazleton Public Library will have 2 sea turtle ornament craft programs on July 21st and on July 28th at 6 p.m. SSPTV News would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Raymond T. Phantom Jr., age 95 of Sugarloaf Township. A service will be held on Wednesday at 11 a.m. at the Butler Chapel at the Crofton Hughes Funeral Home. Friends may call on Wednesday from 10 to 11 a.m. at the funeral home. And Robert B. Bob Uri, age 86 of Bloomsburg. Services will be private under the Andrew P. Osaka Funeral Home.
The obituary report is brought to you by Moran Funeral Home, third-generation family-owned funeral home serving all faiths since 1939. Located at 229 West 12th Street in Hazleton, call 570-454-8341 and go to moranfuneralhome.com.